The wait is almost over. The preparations are complete. The people are ready.
Welcome to Paris.
The players are ready. Welcome to Vive La France. Coming up, Poland proved the most prolific in front of goal in qualifying. Can Robert Lewandowski maintain his remarkable run of form come June?
We've shown we're not afraid of anyone. We always try to beat every team.
We check out preparations in Lens ahead of one of the most eagerly anticipated games of the tournament between England and Wales. And Romania will be looking to past glories for inspiration ahead of a campaign that begins against their French hosts in Paris.
It's so important that our national team reaches the big tournaments. It means Romanian football has a future.
The players that we have are good enough to achieve something at the European Championship.
Even if it's not our best ever team, it's still incredible.
Qualifying can be seen as a success.
I believe in this bunch of players. I believe in this team.
The current Polish squad is considered by many to be the best for some time, and the players themselves will arrive in France fearing no one.
This national team is achieving some real success at the moment. I think we will be at our best at the European Championship. We will surprise a few people.
This team has become very powerful. You have to acknowledge.
Poland were drawn in Group D alongside world champions Germany, the Republic of Ireland, Scotland, Georgia and Gibraltar in what many believed was the toughest group of them all.
It was definitely a tough group. We played Scotland and Ireland, and they are good opponents and strong at the back. It's not easy to score against such teams.
I thought qualification was a real possibility, particularly as the top two teams would go through automatically, and the third would make the playoffs.
As it turned out, not only us, but world champions Germany had problems in the group.
But not against Gibraltar, a 7-0 winning.
Mentally, we're prepared for everything, which is very important. We're trying to make progress tactically too. But in terms of our physical preparation, I'm very happy. I'm full of confidence and match.
For me, Poland, along with Ireland, have a very good chance to finish in the top two of the group. When you look at their team, and we have been analysing them over the last couple of days, it's clear to all that Poland are a very good team with excellent technical ability.
Germany had laboured to victory at home to Scotland in their first game, a fact not lost on the polls.
The game between Scotland and Germany made us believe that we can get a result, because Germany were favourites for the match, and Scotland were almost as good as them. It was very nearly a shock result. I just hope that we'll be able to do better.
I have never felt like that before. After I scored that goal, I felt as if I'd won the lottery.
It made us believe that we are strong and can compete against the best sides.
It was a fantastic night, not only for the Polish team and their supporters, but for all football fans. It was a great night for the whole country. We had never beaten the Germans before.
Ze względu na to, że nigdy nie udało nam się pokonać reprezentację Niemiec, to był nasz pierwszy raz i
with this win against Germany, you had 3 points, but it was like 9 points.
Wydaje mi się, że jeżeli
If we are looking for a pivotal moment for this team, it was that win over Germany.
The media went crazy. Suddenly there were cameras everywhere. Everybody was with this team. And it was something that these guys have never experienced.
That result meant after 2 matches, Poland sat top of the standings ahead of the Republic of Ireland on goal difference. Much of the credit for Poland's recent transformation has to go to their head coach, Adam Nawalka, who took charge of the national team in 2013. Having played for Poland at the 1978 World Cup in Argentina, he immediately earned the respect of the squad.
He takes care of team spirit. He is totally engaged with his job and has created a great environment.
Everything is set up for the team to succeed. That's how he works. He's a perfectionist.
Poland's history at the European Championship makes for grim reading, with only 2 appearances, both of which saw them fail to progress beyond the group stages. This summer, Nawalka will be looking to improve on that record.
He always has plans for every match, for the training camps and how the team plays. He has a plan A, a plan B, sometimes probably even plans C and D too. He is ready for anything.
Poland's campaign had stalled with a draw against Scotland before they returned to winning ways with a 4-0 defeat of Georgia. An entertaining friendly against Switzerland in November saw Poland denied another victory after a late equaliser from the visitors in Warsaw. Another draw, this time in Ireland, was followed by a second 4-0 defeat of Georgia, including a 3-minute hat-trick from Robert Lewandowski. After 6 games, Poland remained top of Group D, but Germany were closing in. 3 days after that victory, Poland found themselves frustrated when they were held to a goalless draw in a friendly in Gdansk against the former European champions Greece. Less than ideal preparations for their next qualifier against a Germany side bent on revenge.
They beat us in Poland, and they are a very good team. They have excellent players, like Robert, of course. And we know that playing against them won't be easy. Even so, we want to win on Friday.
It would have changed the game. We played very well, but unfortunately, we still lost.
Poland bounced back from that defeat with an 8-goal demolition of the part-timers from Gibraltar, but the loss to Germany meant the Poles had now slipped to second in the group. High-scoring victories had become a feature of Poland's campaign, and this summer they go to France with an attacking force among the very best in Europe.
We have some fantastic players. Lots of talented young players too. We also have some real stars like Milik, Grosicki and Kuba Blaszczykowski. They all pose a great attacking threat. They make scoring and creating chances so much easier.
Their talisman, Bayern Munich's Robert Lewandowski, top scorer in qualifying, 13 goals in 10 games, demonstrating yet again why he's considered one of the best strikers in Europe.
He is some sort of footballing robot. He is not showing that much emotions, but if you are following the team, then you see how much focus he is.
We can definitely put Robert on the same level as Cristiano Ronaldo and Lionel Messi. He's one of the world's very best, and it is great to have a Polish player at that level.
Everyone looks up to him with total respect and amazement. He leads by example. He's our captain. He always has our full support. And we would walk into fire with him.
Ma nasze pełne poparcie i idziemy za nim w ogień.
Wiadomo, że jest
No matter what I've already achieved, I'm still developing and trying to become a better player. And I don't have a problem admitting that. Football is a sport where you always have to be at your best. And I try to show that in every single match.
In October of last year, Lewandowski's winner against Ireland secured Poland's place at this summer's finals.
Against Ireland, a 1-1 draw would have seen us qualify, but 2-2 wouldn't. So it was a really stressful match.
It
was an incredible feeling. Afterwards, we came back to the hotel and had dinner together. We talked about the game, the manager congratulated us, we were all very happy.
But for the draws against Scotland and the Republic of Ireland, Poland could well have been heading to France as group winners, having lost one less than Germany.
I'm delighted we finished just 1 point behind Germany. We were actually so close to winning the group.
And the two teams will resume their rivalry this summer after Poland found themselves drawn alongside Germany once more in Group C. They kick off their campaign in Nice against tournament debutants Northern Ireland. The Stade de France will provide the perfect backdrop for their next game against Germany. And the Stade Velodrome in Marseille will be the setting for their final group game against Ukraine.
Time and again, we've shown we're not afraid of anyone. We always try to beat every team we play.
They won't get carried away by the same fact that they actually made it to France. They want to do something there.
Our minimum target is to qualify from the group stage. And with the potential we have, I like to think we'll be able to go further.
Every player is dreaming of success with this team.
The
pressure at the championship will be enormous. The expectations are massive, and that will play its part too. If we can cope with all of that and keep calm, then hopefully we'll go far.
Bienvenue à Lens.
Bienvenue à Lens.
A former coal mining town in the north of France, football-obsessed Lens has a population of just 32,000 and a stadium that holds 35,000. Since the last mine closed in 1986, it's reinvented itself as a global art hub, with the Louvre Lens Museum its centrepiece. But as supporters who visit the fan zone in the town hall square will discover, this is a place all about football.
The importance of football in the city is that Racing Club de Lens means everything.
Many people are passionate about football, and it's really the city's main interest, which keeps the restaurants and bars ticking over. It's a driving force.
Racing Club de Lens, founded in 1905, is the heartbeat of the town, and their one Liga title came in 1998. They're currently competing in Ligue 2, but their supporters remain as loyal as ever.
The importance of football in Lens is linked to pride and the badge. I think we're known throughout Europe for having the best fans. We can be compared with Liverpool or Manchester United in England.
Away from football, Lens is recognised for its 1119 slag heaps, a reminder of the town's industrial past and a window into life on a mining site. The city's history is never far from people's minds, and the impressive train station pays tribute to the miners who played such an important role in the development of Lens. Another one of its famous landmarks is the Louvre Lens Museum.
The Louvre Lens Museum, which is a branch museum of the Louvre here in Lens, the one branch museum of the Louvre, where we show the pieces of the Louvre differently, where we have temporary exhibitions, where we have many things for people from all over Europe and from all over the world, and in fact where we'll have an exhibition on the people of Lens and soccer in the summer of 2016. So even in the Louvre Lens, the football will not be very far.
But the most famous building in the town is the stadium itself. The Stade Félix Bollard was the site of some of the most memorable moments of the 1998 World Cup.
I remember it was a bit crazy. We had the last 16 match between France and Paraguay here. France made it through, and I remember there were lots of Englishmen here in Lens. 30, 40, or even 50,000. It was really great. When there's no football, the city of Lens is rather calm. This city lives for football, and not much happens when there are no matches.
Extraordinary. I was here. It was crazy. The atmosphere was amazing, and the city trebled in numbers. There were people everywhere. You couldn't move in the cafes. It was fabulous.
Now known as the Stade Bollard de Lille, it'll host 4 games this summer, including Albania's international tournament debut. It'll also be the site of one of the most highly anticipated group stage clashes, when British rivals England and Wales will meet for the first time in a major tournament. Once again, the eyes of the world will be on the tiny town of Lens.
It's so important that our national team reaches the big tournaments. It'll mean Romanian football has a future.
We played well and applied ourselves. We really wanted to win. And with God's will, we did it.
8 years since their last appearance at a major tournament, Romania are back and will be in France this summer for the European Championship.
It was one of the most fantastic feelings that you could have when playing for your country.
There was a lot of pressure on us, but in the end, the best teams are the ones that cope with the pressure.
And that pressure comes from Romania's rich football pedigree, most notably the great side of the mid-90s, the side of Dumitrescu, Popescu, and of course Hagi, a tough act to follow.
We call them the Golden Generation because they achieved more than any other Romanian team.
It's a generation that was so close to winning. For 10 years, we matched some of the best teams in the world, and that is something to be proud of.
We were a team that could take on any opponent and could rise to any level.
I know that
we all brought something to the team, whether that was in defence, midfield or in attack. We all played together as a team for such a long time.
I think at that World Cup, Romania were one of the better teams, and it was just a shame we didn't win it.
1994 was the high point for Romanian football. Since then, they've played in just 1 World Cup and 3 European Championships with little success. Replicating past glories will be no easy feat.
We have to accept we're talking about 2 very different generations here. There's a big difference between then and now, not only for me, but for Romanian football as a whole.
We also have to remember that that generation was the peak of Romanian football.
At the end of the day, the benchmark was set by the results we achieved and the work that we put in. But if you want to put it even more simply, back then we had Hagi, now we don't.
Despite no recognised superstars among their ranks, Romania were joint favourites with Greece to qualify from a group that also included Hungary, Finland, Northern Ireland and the Faroe Islands. And 7 points from their opening 3 games made for an impressive start. The 2-0 victory over Finland saw captain Razvan Rat make his 100th international appearance.
To play 100 matches for your country really is something very, very special.
He is a leader. He leads as he should, and he helps all the players so much.
I'm very happy to have reached 100 caps for my country during this campaign and to celebrate that achievement with a victory. But what was more important was that we finished by qualifying, and that made the whole thing even better.
bucuria este mult mai mare.
2 points behind Northern Ireland after 3 games meant the next meeting between the two sides would be crucial. But before then, and despite their good start, Romania's coach Victor Peturcă left his post to take over at Etihad in Saudi Arabia.
He left the national team in a very good position and with a great chance of making it to the European Championships.
So Romania turned to the man who'd managed them during their golden age of the mid-90s, Angel Iordănescu. This would be his 3rd spell in charge of the national team.
He is a special coach for Romania. He is the man who all Romanians trust. He knows how to communicate with the players and helps us a lot.
He was, and still is, a very serious coach. He's very strict, extremely tough, and meticulous, very strong on discipline, and he asks the same from all of his players.
Regarding the results, as long as Romania didn't lose, then we knew we'd be on the right path.
And that path had led Romania to the top of the group table, still unbeaten, at the halfway point of qualifying. Key to Romania's good form was their defence. 5 games played, only 1 goal conceded.
We never specifically aimed to win 1-0. Our aim was just to win.
It was very important that we conceded as few goals as possible in the campaign. Our defence was very organised and we worked well together.
It's not just the defence that deserves the credit. It's all of us, the midfielders, the strikers, all who play together as a team.
But while their defence remained strong, the goals dried up. 3 0-0 draws followed, leaving Romania in 2nd place with 2 matches remaining. The defence was finally breached by Finland in their next match before a last-minute equaliser earned Romania a vital point ahead of their final game against the Faroe Islands.
We were nervous to a degree because before the game with the Faroe Islands, we had had so many opportunities to have qualified earlier.
But a comprehensive victory brought joy and relief to all of Romania as a return to tournament football was finally secured.
That victory was massive because Hungary were just behind us. And if they'd beaten Greece and we'd lost to the Faroes, we could have been in the playoffs, which we could have lost. We could have missed out on qualification completely.
Puteam pierde chiar și barajul pentru calificările la Euro.
Sincer să fiu pentru... To be honest with you, for us and for the Federation, for the general public and all our supporters, qualification was essential.
Calificarea este vitală.
It's quite something to play in a major tournament. The emotions are difficult to describe.
Romania finished their campaign 2nd in Group F. Now all eyes will look towards this summer in France.
It will be very difficult as we will be facing some excellent teams.
We hope to do as well as we possibly can. Hopefully, if we play well, we will get the right results. I hope that we progress beyond the group stage.
Depending on the other teams in our group, my personal aim is to reach the knockout stage, and then we'll take it each game as it comes.
Romania were drawn in Group A alongside France, Switzerland and Albania. They'll kick off the tournament when they play the hosts at the Stade de France on the 10th of June. They then take on Switzerland in Paris at the Parc des Princes, before finishing against Albania in Lyon.
I think that if we are to have a good tournament in France, it will be because of the team and how well they work together, not because of an individual. We have a great group of players that play well together.
I want to be in the best condition I can for the summer and be able to give it everything that I've got.